Well. Never thought I'd be making one of these Kydigadig, but sometimes you just meet some very, very interesting individuals that you just can't help but tell folks about. Alright, so to give people Diga context, me and the Diga family, we decided to go to Universal Studios again, but this time we wanted to visit Epic Universe. We were saving up a lot for it, and it was worth it. Epic Universe, these last 5 days were really awesome. I had a really, really, really awesome time. Like, I had tons of fun over there. Like, it was really good. But this video isn't about that. This video is about a certain comic collecting individual that I met on Islands of Adventure. Okay, so when me and the Diga folks got to Orlando, on the first day, yeah, we visited Epic. Although we arrived at Orlando at 12 p.m. So we got a few hours in on enjoying Epic Universe. Then we rested up a bit, and then the next day we spent the whole day on Epic, just doing everything we could. But then, like, on the third day, we decided like, hey, we should pick this day to just get souvenirs from the family back home. So, like, everyone just look for stuff where you think some of the family members are like, all right, cool. So, I decided to go back to Islands of Adventure a little bit because my oldest nephew, he's really into comics. He's been reading a lot of Marvel. He's reading Skybound Transformers right now. So I'm like, all right, I'll just head to the comic book shops on Marble Island and see if I can find something he might like. So Digadig, takes the Diga bus, and I take the Diga bus to Islands of Adventure. I head on to Marble Island, and you think that would be the end of it, but no. So, like, as soon as I got to the main comic book store on Marble Island, I noticed that, they had this really, really big wall of comics. Like, cool. They had all the all-in-one books. They had the single issues, paper, soft issues, hard book issues. All right. So, as soon as I started to browse, there was this 60-plus-year-old Diga individual that was looking directly at a specific Punisher comic. More specifically, this one. Okay, so the way the store works is that they basically have the comics individually behind like a small little glass panel. And then below that glass panel is a small rack where they have all the issues where you can just pick them out and just go to the register and go about your day. And keep in mind, there was like well over 50 comics, 50 copies of this issue specifically under, the display rack on this one. The old dude grabbed literally all of them, and I kid you not, he started inspecting all of them one by one. He started inspecting the front, the back, every single corner, looking every single corner very closely. Like, he was holding it up his face, like he was like this. He was like he was almost smelling the thing. I don't know why. I don't know why. And then to top it all off, he started inspecting every single page on each book. Dude was trying to go through well over 50 books. And the thing is, when I started seeing this, I'm like, he's not gonna go. I thought to myself, he's not gonna go through all of those. And as soon as he was done with the fifth, and I'm like, oh, he is. Oh my god. Of all the people I run into, I had to run into the old version of comic book guy from the Diga Simpsons. I had to run into him. Of all days. But then you're thinking, but Kai, what was the problem? Well, the thing is Okay, there's a one Diga problem. The dude was blocking the whole was not letting anyone else look at the other comics. I was trying to browse and the dude was not letting anybody look at anything. He was being a Diga asshole. That was the problem. He wasn't letting anybody look at anything. Like every time I tried to like, all right, let me just like, you know, go around him. No, he would like shove himself towards the side nut and blocking anybody from touching anything. I'm like, and then I just, you know, with my infinite patience say, sir, could you like move for a bit? I want to look at some of the comics here and, you know, because I want to pick something up for my nephew. And then he goes, not until I pick out my perfect 10. And that is when I just couldn't help but laugh. I'm like, you're joking, right? I look him straight in the eye like, you're kidding. Like, you're kidding. And like, I'm looking for my perfect 10. You'll have to wait till I pick it out. I'm like, are you seriously looking for like a pristine, near perfect rendition of this comic that I have so many reasons, I have so many things that I'm like, alright, so you're looking for a perfect 10 of this guy. Okay. Okay, why though? And then his answer was that I'm gonna get it, I'm gonna get it graded. I'm gonna get it graded and then I'll sell it in a couple of years. I'm like, and that is when I just lost it. Like, I couldn't help but laugh. And there were other people, and there were other collectors that were browsing and they couldn't help but giggle as well. I'm like, okay, dude, let me level with you, man. Number one, that book is literally way too new. Like, I mean, yes, sure, the Punisher show was okay, but it's not like the greatest thing ever. So even if you do find one in this stack, it's not gonna be worth anything. And by the time it actually even has some even small bit of remote value, you're gonna be 6 feet Diga under with my cousins, dude. Like, you're not gonna live to see that. And then he goes like, no, but my great grandchildren want to join. Like, my dude, I'm gonna be honest with you. By the time it gets to them, they're either gonna A, not care, or B, it's gonna be thrown away. Like, it's not even the original Punisher #1, and that comic isn't even worth much. It's like 9.8 graded Punisher #1 from the 1980s. It only goes up to like $300, $150 to $300 on a good day. Like, Punisher isn't like that in demand. Like, it's not like Deadpool. Like, you know, when the first Deadpool movie came out, then yes, demand for Deadpool went up significantly. And, you know, the New Mutants first appearance of Deadpool, the price on that comic went up significantly. But this isn't that story, man. Like, no. Like, Punisher is not even like noticeably big, man. Like, come on. And then like, oh, sorry. So I just said, look, man, I just need to pick out a comic, so like, could you please like move aside? Like, I'll just be like quick 5 minutes, and you can go back to do whatever's going. And then like, he's like, nope, not until I get my perfect 10. You'll have to wait. And that's when me and a couple of the others that were there, we were like, okay, sure. But the thing is, we weren't the only ones, because the clerk saw the whole thing, and the manager was there, and many other people complained about the dude. And the clerk lady went up to the dude and says, sir, you really need to put those down. You either pick one or just leave, because you're causing a lot of trouble, you're making these people uncomfortable, and you're hogging up the whole place. Like, this place isn't just for you. Like, there are other people that want to enjoy this. And the dude refused to leave. And by the way, while all this was happening, he was still inspecting those comics. Like, he was halfway through the stack, and he getting a bit more and more aggressive until the manager literally whipped out his phone and typed in a few numbers, and pretty much everyone, me and everyone was like, yeah, they're calling security. As soon as the manager took out his phone, the old dude immediately like picked out 5 copies of the comic at random, went up to the lady and said like, charge me up quickly, charge me up. like yeah, you know you're in trouble, so you're trying to book it. That's like, you know you're in trouble, so you're trying to book it, that's why. So you know, the manager gave the clerk lady a nod, like, yeah, go ahead, charge him. So and by the way, the dude's wife was with him the whole time, and she was embarrassed beyond belief. So you know, the lady checked it, charged the dude and checked out, and that's when the old dude literally started like waddling his way towards the exit, like yeah, he's old, he's not like, he can't, like, you know, he's thinking, oh, he's not freaking Sonic the Diga Hedgehog, he can't just gotta go fast. So the dude like literally quickly waddled his way out the door, but then it was kind of too little too late, because by the time he got out of the store, security was already there, and yeah, he basically got kicked out. Honestly, I don't even know how to react to this. I'm like, why go through this much trouble? Like, why go through this much trouble? Like, it wasn't even the good one. Like, it wasn't even like Amazing Stories first appearance of Spider-Man. It wasn't like first appearance of Iron Man. No, it was just, you know, a comic based on the live action version of Punisher. Honestly, I hope that's the last time I meet someone like that old dude. I hope. Because, dear God. Like, in my opinion, like, if you're at that age and you're dedicating it to collecting perfectly graded comics, man, yeah, I think you're like kind of too late on that, man. But hey, to each their own. Anyway, that's basically what I wanted to talk, folks, about. I hope you got a giggle out of this, because I'm still giggling and a bit weirded out about it, because I never thought I'd run into that type of person. Like, my thoughts, I thought you folks were extinct. Like, people like super obsessed with comics looking for perfect 10s, like thought they were extinct, but no, I'm wrong, they're still around. Oh, sorry. Alright guys, that's it for today. You'll have a good one. Bye bye. And also, for those wondering, yeah, if you want to check my Discord, I have all my vacation pictures up there. And I have a couple of videos on some stuff I took on Epic Universe. Alright guys, I'll see y'all later. Diga, bye bye now.